Greetings everyone, hello and welcome to Age of Wonders 4, the next big 4X strategy game by Paradox Interactive, coming out on May 2. And I was, well, granted early access to this pretty complex and pretty game, that is. And to be honest, I've never played Age of Wonders before, and this is really a new entry for me to the series, and I'm really looking forward to it. It is looking absolutely fantastic, and of course we're going to jump right into a game. Bear in mind, as I said, I'm new to this series, to this franchise, so you can kind of like see it through the eyes of a beginner, really, of what this game is all about. Of course, I got accustomed to a few mechanics here and there, but other than that, we're going to jump into this here as someone who is very interested and keen, but also will make the occasional mistakes. We have a bunch of scenarios here, kind of like the campaign, I think it is. We could also go with custom. There's nothing available here yet. We can also create our own realm in that case here that introduces us, but there's always kind of like a mechanic in the background, a story in the background working its magic, and we will just follow along here with the Fields of Rebirth. The returning wizard kings first preyed on small, bountiful and harmonic realms to hone their skills, and will you be a protector or invader of this? So let's go ahead and choose the first mode here. We are of course playing on normal difficulty there. I don't need to be on hard mode yet, nor do we want to play on easy. So we're just going to see how a general experience of the whole thing is going to be. We can also then decide on a lot of different races that we have available here. Some of them are looking really cool, like the Inamru. I really do dig them here. Also, just really, if we go down the boring path, the humans. We also have, as we can see, frogs that we can play with. So all of these, and if that is not enough for you, you can also just edit one of them to your own liking, and you can really then just make them however you want them to be, right? So there's so many options here available. For my first playthrough, I'm going with the boring option. I usually always like to go with the boring option. That's the humans. Hopefully you do like this as well. I barely see anyone playing as the humans, and that actually doesn't make it them boring, right? Let's go ahead and choose it and start the initiation realm. And yes, with that, we are already being thrown into this world with Alfred Elderstone. That is our hero, our ruler. And explore your surroundings and expand your domain. Prepare to face your rivals and become the master of this realm. We do start with the Tome of Faith. Heal and support your units through the power of Faithful. We also play as the humans. As we can see, they have certain traits. So fast recuperation is one of them. They can fight longer on the world map. We are also adaptable, so we get a 30% more experience, which is just really good. We are a feudal race. That means that we structure everything with our food income. We also have the stand together benefit in units, so we profit very greatly from keeping our units close together. We don't want to spread out too much on the battlefield. We'd rather just play along together. And yeah, with that, let's start this playthrough. We can also, or we have to start with our magic, with our starting magic, and that is just something that really defines this game. Every single game is different, right? You have so many paths to specialize in that it's always a different experience, even if you play the same scenario over and over again. I really do like that premise. We are starting with the Call to Glory. So this one here will give us the a morale bonus basically on the battlefield, and this is it. This is where we are. So this is our great kingdom at the moment on this map, right? So there's a lot going on this map. There's going to be a lot of random events happening, a lot of factions that are going to introduce themselves, and we'll just play along and see how far we can get. We can already see there is some rats, a marauder army close by. We got some sheepies here on these lush fields. We got some gold there, some resources, right? Some gold here, some stone, some magic, arcane. And also some treasure chests that we can find out. We do start with a scout unit and also our main unit that consists of our hero right now, Alfred, and also some more basic spearmen and archers that we can play along with, and also our scouts. Of course, with the scouts, the first thing that I would like to do then is go ahead and do some scouting. I'm also not going to overthink every single turn, so we are going to keep a certain movement intact to just play along and see how far we can get. There's 46 mana that we're getting out of this one here, so with mana we can do spells on the map. And also in this treasure chest we find the Mask of Precision. Gives me +1 defense and 20% accuracy. Let's take this, of course. And that's already all the action points that I can do with this. So it's turn-based, obviously, and we'll just see. Alfred, what can we do with you? We might actually go into the first battle there right away. Let's do this. There's the Marauder army and auto combat. Nope, let's go with manual combat. Though, be warned, I'm not always going to go the manual combat route, of course, as it's a bit tedious to do this again and again. Alfred is moving. They're moving first, actually, and they're moving closer to us. We can see on the map that there's some certain points here. So there's the poisonous mushrooms. We better not step on them. We also got some rocks here that are kind of like blocking the path. So we might actually use this to our advantage, right? We might just position our units close to this one here. I do have some more spearmen here, and I do have those spearmen here. And we're basically going to use this terrain here to kind of like force them into that, right? We also got our bannermen. They're really cool units because they not only do a lot of damage on enemies, they also boost morale and defense of my surrounding. And there it is, also stand together, right? We need to keep our troops together to get that buff all the time. And it's a pretty powerful buff as it is increasing morale and defense of my units. And then we also have my archers. Let's get them over here because we get the obscuring trait from the bushes. So the enemy can't really see my archers. And this is pretty important as archers have weak defenses overall. That's already it, I think. We can end the turn right away. I could do something else. I could boost the morale of my units, but they're still too far away. So let's just end the turn now. We're getting the defense mode once again. And that's it already with them, right? Are they close enough? No. But there is another bush here that we can use for some proper defensing. We could also move one of my units in the bannermen, for example. Very good. And with that, we could already attack them. Yes, with the bannermen, we can do the trick. And I think we can do this. Doing the first damage to the enemy. By the way, both of them are melee. Also very important to know. Yeah, let's end the turn. And let them come. So they're getting closer now. They can actually see my bannermen, which is a surprise to me because they should be obscured. But I guess they gave themselves away, right? That's it already. We can move. So let's move my bannermen a bit to the back here. I can use Alfred to flank them if I like to. We're probably going to do this, right? Let's do the first attack on them with my archers. Let's also give all my units here a buff, so to their defense and resistance, and we should be able to do this right here. Very good. This will be very, very powerful in the future. Let's also move Alfred now up here to the back. And then rush into a charged strike, flanking them, doing maximum damage. We can also speed up. Very good. And that's it for me already, I think. We can end the turn. They're moving now, but we are having the bolstered defense, so we are not really losing a lot here, as you can see. And that's already it for them, so not that much damage. And we can kill the first unit. And then we're taking down the second one, attacking from the front, or actually let's flank them first. We're still attacking from behind. My archers should also do something. They actually missed. That is interesting because the distance is too far, right? And we're going to move in with my melees once again, and this should be a fatal blow now. There it is. Took a bit of damage there, because I thought they were obscured, but they were not, and that's it, right? We didn't lose a unit there, we took some damage, but that's it. We won the battle, we get some 65 points out of that, and we can use these right away. So we got the production bonuses out of that, boosting my production for my city temporarily there. Very good. We still have some movement points, so I would like to move Alfred a bit further up here, just to see what we have there. Not a lot at the moment. My scouts are also empty, so it's time to look at my city. Harperton, it's called. Named after my latest Patreon supporter, Demetri Harper. So thank you very much for your support, and you are going to be the centerpiece of my kingdom, Harperton. And it is Harperton 1 because it's the first city that we have in this area, right? So this is it, and we do have a couple of options now available right away. So what I can see is we're producing some 49 food right now. We're also producing 34, or we have a production of 34, and also a draft of 31. This is pretty important for units then. We're generating some gold, mana, and knowledge. Let's go ahead and start the first production then here that we have. And I would like to use this to build a storehouse. This will give me a bit more food. Now, food is pretty important because with food, we generate more population. And the more population we have, the more territories we can claim around the city. So the more, well, the more food, the more expansion we can have per city right away. And that's pretty cool. Let's do this, the storehouse. That's 2 turns that it takes. And then we could also go ahead right away with the granary, if I like to. Or the vendor. I think we're going with the vendor since this gives me the gold income. And we do need basically gold for everything in this game. From buildings to armies to expansion and diplomacy. For my unit production, let's also have a look here. I would like to go with another scout, as scouts are pretty agile and fast on the map. And yeah, we can just find a lot of treasure right away. And then also, let's reinforce my army there with another ranged unit. We have way too many melees there. The next thing before I would like to end my turn is we have to do some researching there, arcane researches, and we have 3 options here available right now. A unit, the Staff of Mending, this gives me basically a heal, and also the Convent. For each city stability level above unstable, the city gains knowledge and mana. Now we can check it out in my city. We do have a stability level right now of stable, so we will get this bonus if we finish that research. So let's go ahead and do this one. Right, going to take me 4 turns now. And with that, we can actually end the turn. So everyone else basically is moving now, and day 2 is dawning. Now, not much changed. We still recruit the scout. We still research. But we got some more movement points now on my scout here. So let's go ahead and just find us some more suitable things on the world map. I would like to move a bit further now to the south here. So there's a bridge we can move over. There's a silver pond. It's an ancient wonder site. Very good. It's a lush location fed by magical wellspring that flows directly from the Fey realm. We can use one of our heroes here to annex this area. There's probably going to be some fighting, but if we can get it, and if we can integrate it into our territory, we do get a lot of bonuses. Stability per fishing, farming, forestry, and city domain. So that would be a very good bonus here. But it's far away. It's not going to be something that draws my attention right away. We're above, or we are past the river here, so we can now, well, move a bit further over here through the forest, I'd say, to perhaps find us something new. No, other than this, nothing else comes out. My main unit, we can continue moving on this road, and we actually find someone, an inquisitive Sunshrine. Magistrate Raphael Solvay of the Free City of Sunshrine is greeting you, and give Raphael one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations. So let's have a look at them. Right, so this is another free city now. It's not an active player like us, right? It's more like a neutral force that you have on the map. You can interact with them. Of course, we want to integrate them. We want to expand. So how can I do this? Right now, they're also rather small, right? Nothing big here. Also no big army or something like that. They're cannibals. We have 0 allegiance with them yet, and I could give them one of my Whispering Stones. We have 2 of them available, and with them we can start basically our relationship with them. Let's do this. And with that, we will improve our relationship with them, and in 4 turns we get the Pact of Cooperation, and with that we can trade with them. So let's just leave it at that for the moment. There's also some treasure here on the map. Gives me 73 production bonus. And yeah, with Alfred, I think that's almost it. Let's actually still try to move a bit further up here for the moment. Having used all my units, I think we can actually end the turn. And day 3 is dawning. We have recruited a new unit, my scout. With that, we can now finally also expand here to the west. To find some bandits up here, a small monster then that we can explore. Another very important site, the Spring of Youth. And also another treasure down here, which we can claim to make an outpost out of that for 50 coin. My main unit, let's move to the north. Nothing, unfortunately. And my scout to the south. Let's have a look where we could go. We might actually turn to the east here, because there is the end of the map then. So whatever there is, we might actually use it for our kingdom. There is an underground passage here, so we can enter this one to enter the underground, which is basically another map below us. And there's also some treasure and an ancient watchtower that we can explore. Now we have already finished the first construction here, and with that we do get the vendor now next up on my list. I can do another one in my queue. We are producing 52 food now with the latest building. That was the farm, right? And the granary is something that actually catches my attention, and I think we can go ahead with this. Let's go ahead with the granary for now as well. And we do also have some Imperium. Now we gain Imperium from our actions basically, and for our empire we have a basic production right now of 40 per turn. And this we can use then for our Imperium tree, or we can also use it for direct actions like here, attract the population and save us a turn. With only 15 Imperium, I think this is actually quite valuable. So let's do this. And with that we immediately gain a second population that we can now use to do an expansion, as we can see. Now we do have a few fields around here with forests. We also have with gold, a gold mine that we can build here. That gives me, thanks to the gold vein, a +5 bonus. So we would have a total of 15, a +10 bonus, sorry. +15 gold, which is powerful, no doubt. Here we would have stone, that means lots of production. And here we have sheep, that means lots of food. So this gives me actually +15 food in addition. Thanks to having the sheep on it, gives me +10 bonus. Let's go ahead with the sheepies. And build that farm as my first expansion. Looking really idyllic down there. And with that, we will attract more population more quickly and can expand to the next territory soon. With the first territory expanded though, keep in mind that we do lower our stability rating, right? With every expansion, the stability goes down a bit. Right now we're still stable, so nothing to worry about that. Alright, my main hero can still move one more turn. Nothing, unfortunately. And my scout can still move a bit further. There is an outpost down there that we could go ahead with. Oh, of course. There's some enemies on it. A marauder army once more. Nothing I can do about that for the moment. And with that, I think we can actually just end the turn now. And day 4. My scouts, let's actually move right away. Ooh, there is actually a lot of threats here. So a monster then, right? And there's also a marauder army once again, but of creatures more or less, right? It's not humans in this case here. It's some beasts that we face here. Some troll army. With my scouts, there's not that much action that I can do now. We probably go to the more over here because I really want to avoid them. Getting into some snowy terrain there. My king. We could use him to clear up some enemies. Over there we got a marauder army once more. I think that's the safest bet that I can do. Getting another archer soon. After that I would like to go with another scout. With my scout over here in the east, let's claim the treasure. That was 74 food, very good. We get this right away in my city. Does it lead to another bonus? Yeah, it saved us a turn there at least. And then there's this tower. With that we get a bonus of exploration. So we can see a lot of things in the surrounding area right away. Lots of marauders here, very high level. Or, well, lots of them at least. Level 1 and 2. And a serpent cavern. What is that? A mana node. Nothing we can do about that. We can see here's the edge of the map, right? So this is just some mountain area. Let's go ahead and continue to the north. Alright, actually we did get a full population with that food that I can use, right? So 61 food it takes right now per turn. And with that we can go ahead right away with the next expansion. I would like to go with a quarry. We have stone here that gives me a nice boost, so we get 15 production and 2 coin in addition per turn. So let's build that quarry over there, boosting our economy a bit. Alright, and we are entering turn 5 or day 5 with that, and there is a unit here, so Army of Sunshine. Alright, I think this is, yep, the Sunshine Free City that we have there right now. So I'm probably not going to defeat them. And we move rather just down all the way here, because I would really like to get rid of the Marauder Guard. We need to kill them, because I want to get experience points. It is just a question, should we wait? I think we are waiting for another archer to finish, and then we are going to attack them. With my scouts, in the meantime, we can continue. Now, there's another tower over there that we probably can use for quicker exploration. On the other side, on the eastern side, we continue more our march to the north. With more marauders over everywhere. There's also something here. Some food and more treasures. We have, by the way, finished our first research, the convent. So with the Tome of Faith that we have equipped, each city stability level above unstable, we gain 5 knowledge and 5 mana, and we get that right away. Perfect, because we are above unstable at the moment. Now we have to dissect another research. And we would have the option of speeding up our scouts a bit further with the very fast movement enchantment. We could also go down here with the army heal. Units in the target army are healed by 20 hit points. This is a spell that we can use. Yeah, let's go ahead with that. As I would like to have the ability to heal my troops outside of combat. And other than that, I think there's not that much to do. We do have the first note here for Imperium that we can unlock the pacification. Destroying an infestation or conquering a free city grants me 300 relations to all other free cities. However, there is no such thing at the moment that I can use it for, so I'm not doing this. Unlocks the ability for units to embark on water. That is actually pretty useful, but I haven't seen water yet, except this lake down here, so we are also waiting on that before I invest any Imperial points into this. I think that's it for turn 5 already, and we can end it. And day 6 is dawning. We have finished the archer. Can merge right away with my main army. There you go. I think, yeah, we could attack now. We are also going for the next scout and a new granary. I think, yeah, money-wise we are actually really fine. The clergy comments here are boosted at the moment, so we could go get this for another 5 gold and 5 mana income. Mana we can use then for casting spells and summoning units on the map right away. Do we have a spell at the moment? No, we don't. Right, so nothing here that I can do right now, but we are researching that. Let's go ahead with that. Since it's boosted, we are finishing it very quickly. And I think also here, let's attack these guards. As your troops approach the band of mercenary guards, they raise the white flag. We were hired by a rich merchant to look after the pastures. The leader of the gang, a dark warrior, explains we expect to protect it from roaming scoundrels, not against a full-fledged assault. Please accept our surrender. You vastly outnumber these guards. Do you let them leave the pastures without a fight? We could attack them still, but this would give me an evil alignment, right? We have no quarrel with you. This gives me a +5 good alignment. And we could also, change the contract. We lose 111 coin, but we gain a Dark Warrior unit. It's a shock unit. Charge strike, corpse eating. The independent army will be removed. Nah, let's not do this. It's just 1 unit, really. Let's go ahead and give me the 5 hope or good alignment. Plus also 109 food. And we gain the pasture here. Right, so this we can then actually use for a future improvement. There's also some treasure there once again. By the way, there's also some gold here that I totally forgot. Do we get? Yes! With that, of course, we have leveled up right away our population and can go for another expansion. And by the way, only for 45 Imperium, we could boost ourselves up by another turn. Let's do this. And with that, we can actually make 2 improvements right away. And I would like to use this for getting the gold mine here, right? So with that, we get plus 15 on the gold. Very good. And we could also go down this forester here. It gives me food and production. With the quarry, we have production. I'm actually, yeah, tempted to use the next pasture here. Let's do this. Build another farm. Right, but we're getting really stretched into this area now. But the food income is just amazing for the moment, to be honest. Right, where is my scouts? There's the scout tower. Let's have a look at the surrounding. Another marauder guard. Underground passage. Over there, there's also some treasure, but it's once again protected. And another troll army. Or ogre army, sorry. There's not really a lot that we can get here, to be honest, with my scouts. There might be something. But we'll just see. On the eastern side, my scouts continue more to the north, I'd say. Ah, another tower. Very good. And there is actually something here that we can get now. It looks like knowledge stashes. Yep, gives me knowledge and might also give me a spell that we can use. And there's also a treasure chest up there. Why not? Alright, so far so good. The empire is growing, right? Harpenden is also growing. We are having expanded now a bit. We've also expanded our army. And yeah, we continue onwards here in the next episode. Stay tuned for Age of Wonders 4.